you think when you first learned about this story and the role that you were being asked to play?
Well, honestly, I thought it was historical fiction because I've grown up with the narrative of what happened in the space race, and we've seen so much archival footage. I thought the fact that we hadn't ever heard of these women, it had to be fiction. And then I felt compelled to be a part of the story because I feel like these women are unsung heroes. I played Dorothy Vaughan, the acting supervisor of the African American computers, but she also figured out the IBM. When they first started using the IBM, they couldn't get it to work, and she would sneak into the lab and work on it, and finally got it to work, but then realized that by getting it to work, she was going to put her whole division out of work. So she then taught herself how to program the IBM using Fortran, and taught the other women, both black and white.
Were there any parts of this movie that were particularly difficult for you to play?
Well, what's not fun is the era. The woman that I play and the other women that Taraji and Janelle play, they didn't even have the right to vote.
And the thing that's so amazing is it really wasn't that long ago, and when you think about it.
No.
Yeah.
We are talking about NASA, and they were more progressive than regular society. What was it like working at NASA?
Well, when I first joined NASA, I joined a group of engineers. I started off as a hands-on mechanical engineer, and I was the only woman in this group of 50 engineers. And I'm not joking, the restroom I used said woman. But they did have 2 stalls, so maybe they were thinking.
But they didn't have man.
No, they had woman and men. As a woman, and then on top of that being a minority woman, being treated with some skepticism,
yeah,
where the white males were given the benefit of the doubt. And so I often had to get through that hurdle when I was working on a design and I was calling a company about getting a specialized ball bearing made for my project. And he asked me very impatiently, would you please put the engineer on the phone? And so I said, well, I am the engineer, so can we continue our discussion about how your company might be able to provide what I need for my project?
Wow.
It was perfectly normal to walk into a lab or a machine shop and to see pinup posters all over the walls.
Are you kidding me?
I am not kidding you. Yeah.
I mean, you're a beautiful astrophysicist. Okay, let's just talk about that. When you were in the classes, let's say before you even started in your profession, what was the ratio of men to women?
By the time I got to my junior year in college, the way I liked it was me and white boys.
Wow.
One of the things that I had going for me, I call it blissful ignorance. When I was a little girl, I'd come home and play with the power tools. My dad never once blinked. He never once said, girls don't play with power tools. I didn't think there was anything strange or unusual about what I was doing. It's just what I like to do. Fast forward to when I was thinking about colleges and I'm talking to my guidance counselor, and he saw that I was very good at physics, very good at mathematics, and he said I should consider engineering. And I said, oh, okay, that sounds good. And I didn't notice until my classes got smaller and I looked around and realized, oh, I'm the only one.
You are a modern day combination of Dorothy Vaughan and Mary Jackson. Mary Jackson, there's actually a scene in the movie where she gets to finally start taking engineering classes. And there's a line the instructor says, well, I don't know that this course hasn't been geared towards teaching females. And she says, well, I guess it's the same as teaching a male. And that was, but hearing your story, you just remind me so much of who these women were and what they represent. So thank you for that. It's refreshing.
Oh, well, thank you for those reflections.